I give up. I surrender. I can't take it anymore. Unclutter my life. Get me out of here. Here I am with my surrender flag. Unclutter my life. Remember that song? I don't think that's the way it went. It was something like, wait a minute, Joe Cocker. Remember, Unchain My Heart? You ever see Joe Cocker perform? He gets all crazy and everything. Well, let me tell you, clutter, too much clutter. Let me move this bag out of the way. Clutter makes me crazy. No, not just the voices in my head, but really, it just drives me crazy having all this clutter. About a month ago, and I do this every 6 or 7 months, I went up to my closet and cleaned it out. I mean, I cleaned out stuff that I bought and wore once, should have never bought, should have never wore, and cleaned out stuff that I bought and never wore. And what I find in my life is that when I get off track, when I get off course, it just seems that when I unclutter my life, whether it's the junk drawer in the office, in the kitchen, the basement, let's not even go there, the closet, whatever it might be, I always feel better. I feel like I just dropped 10 pounds. I just got this big weight off my back. And, you know, clutter, really, there are 3 types of clutter. There's financial clutter, there's emotional clutter, but what I'm talking to you about today is physical clutter. Just like, you know, they say, if you have your health, you have everything. If you don't, you don't. It's so true. You know, if you're not getting your walk on every day, or your bike ride in, or you're running, and you're not trying to eat healthy every day and feel good physically, I know me, if I don't feel good physically, forget about emotionally, forget about fiscally or financially. Well, it's the same thing here. So for me, if you want to get a new start, to get back on track, unclutter everything. The irony, the crazy thing is, folks, is that 80% of the stuff that is going on in your life is only because of 20%. It's only because of 20%. What am I talking about? It's actually a mathematical equation created by an Italian mathematician back in 1906. His name was Vilfredo Pareto. It's called the Pareto Principle. P-A-R-E-T-O. Go check it out and study it. In fact, many of you who are in the sales business or in the retail sales business or in business itself know about this principle, the 80-20 principle. What it says is 80% of your sales, 80% of all your business comes from 20% of your clients. Think about it. 80% of what's going on in your world right now comes from only 20%. The question he asks is, are you concentrating on that 20%? Well, let's take it to the closet. Okay, let's forget about the emotional part. Forget about that emotional clutter, which is huge, or the financial clutter, which can be even larger. Let's start with the physical clutter. Think about your closet. What he's saying is 80% of the time, you're only wearing 20% of your clothes. Like I said, stuff that I never wore, stuff I should have never bought and will never wear, I got rid of. So 80% of what's going on in your life is only happening from 20% of the time, or 20% of the people, or 20% of the events. Now, all the good stuff with that, make sure that you are focusing on. So again, clutter. What is clutter? Things that they're not where they're supposed to be. Get rid of them. Do like I do. Put some good music on, get to jamming, and get up there and start cleaning stuff up. Just get rid of, well, that's this nice black shirt. See, I love black, so I got that. You know, see, that's what I mean. You just got to get rid of it. I don't need any of this stuff. Get it out of my life. You've got the 3 cornerstones. You got physical, financial, emotional. If you don't work on the physical part, okay, the part of just cleaning up your life and getting organized, just think how clean, how refreshed you are. Then you can think with clarity. You can be here now and do what you have to do to make it right. Like the song says, it's a good thing, people. It's definitely a good thing. So unclutter, physical, financial, emotional. Get rid of this stuff. Good thing. And remember the Pareto principle. Don't get crazy. Just remember that 80% of what's happening in your life is coming from 20%. Concentrate on that 20%. This is Joe Fermano saying, make it a great day. You know it. You know what I'm going to say. It's the only one you've got. Thanks for tuning in.